For nearly 2 years I kept Jessica Jones and Trish Walker out of trouble. I became Jessica's safe place. I became her husband in her home, and she and I were starting to plan for the future. I already have a successful internet store, and I took the idea from my previous life. I stole Jeff Bezos' ideas for Amazon and Amazon Prime, and instead of him owning Amazon, I took his place and I made Amazon and Amazon Prime, and I was now a very rich billionaire like Tony Stark, except I could run my internet store for the rest of my life. And because I am very rich Jessica Jones and I had planned to have children soon, I planned on getting her pregnant because I love her very much, but for now we delayed it because I knew we still had work to do, because we had to get Luke Cage and Zebediah Kilgrave off the streets along with the organization I.G.H. So one night we ran across Luke Cage and Zebediah Kilgrave, and since Kilgrave was now trying to kill a building full of innocent people, I couldn't allow it. So like in the original storyline, I allowed Zebediah Kilgrave to get in close to Jessica Jones, and then I strangled him with both of my hands as I lifted him off his feet, and then I snapped his neck like a twig, and then I fired a destroyer key energy blast and I destroyed him. Unfortunately, I live in New York City and there's security cameras and surveillance cameras almost everywhere. Luckily, we have a building full of witnesses that will testify that Kilgrave definitely used mind control on them. And then there's my wife Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, both of which were victims of Kilgrave's mind control in the past. Fortunately for me, I made sure that Kilgrave never raped my wife with his mind control powers. So when the police officers arrested me along with Jessica Jones, and Jessica Jones said, "We didn't do anything wrong, you arrested the wrong people," and then Trisha's boyfriend Simpson said, "I know you didn't do anything wrong, you did the right thing when you killed that man, but I have to bring you in because it's procedure," and Jessica Jones said, "It's bullshit and you know it, you were there when we locked up, remember, and he controlled your mind, you were there, you're a witness," and Simpson said, "You're definitely right, I am a witness and I will testify on behalf of your husband James Gray, but he killed a man, Jessica, and you know that I have to bring him in," and Jessica Jones said, "It was self-defense and you know it, asshole," and Simpson said, "Yes I know, look, I don't want to do this, but I have no choice, I'm a cop, and besides he won't be in prison very long and no one can hurt him anyway, nor you for that matter, you're both superhuman and you have a very good lawyer, she's a great public defender, and I remember her name is Jerry Hogarth," and then my case went to trial and the amount of witnesses against Kilgrave were staggering, and many of them said that I am a great hero for saving over 2,000 people in that building that day, that I should be rewarded, not thrown in prison like some animal that did something wrong. And then Officer Simpson took the stand and he told the truth, that Kilgrave told him to jump off a building, but Jessica Jones Gray and James Gray saved my life. Somehow James broke the connection to Kilgrave's powers, they are superheroes, they saved us, and James Gray doesn't belong in prison and neither does Jessica Jones. And then the judge and the jury reached a verdict and they all said, "We find the defendant innocent, your honor," and then I was free of all charges for self-defense against a superpowered person that tried murder a building full of innocent people, and the police officers even suggested that me and Jessica Jones become official cops. After that I started thinking about everything and I even thought about becoming a cop, but our business is nearby our place along with my doctor's office that I own and operate. I couldn't become a cop because I would need to be near my wife and our kids when we have them, and honestly I always wanted to stay close to my wife and I just couldn't become a regular cop anyway, at least not right now. And soon a bunch of new clients showed up at our detective agency and I told Jessica to keep an open mind when we spoke to Whizzer, and I said, "I will help you, Whizzer," and I even listened to the woman about the lizard people, and as it turns out she was right, and I even helped the kind old African American lady in finding her son, and I saved Whizzer from being killed, and as it turns out even the lady claiming there's lizard people is real, and I told her they're not lizard people, they're called the Skrulls, and Jessica Jones said, "Holy shit, aliens that can shape shift into humans, none of these people were crazy, they were all telling the truth," and I said, "Don't always assume people are crazy or mentally unstable, especially in a world like ours where superheroes and supernatural beings exist. I mean, just look at me, Jessica, I can create a miniature Earth in the palm of my hand and they are not crazy."